Hello, welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining us today. Today we'll be making pigeon peas and rice with grilled chicken that has a sauce on it. Today's recipe comes from Anguilla, which is a main island and a few smaller islands in the Caribbean. It's part of the Lesser Antilles. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly, not quite positive. So let's get started. Just realized I forgot to add that Anguilla is a British territory. First, we're going to start with the pigeon peas and rice. You need 6 ounces of pigeon peas soaked overnight, 1.5 cups of rice with 3 cups of water. See, it's 3 tablespoons of lime juice, a dash of hot pepper sauce. I'm probably just going to put that on after we cook so people can choose whether or not they want it. Half a teaspoon of thyme, 1.5 tablespoons of butter, or in my case margarine, and salt and pepper to taste. So for the sauce, you're going to need, well, when I link to the recipe for the sauce, there's actually a couple different recipes on the same website. So you're going to look specifically for Silly K's secret sauce. And for the sauce we need, oh, and I'm just let you know I am doubling this recipe. We're going to need 2 cloves of garlic chopped. Unfortunately, when I went to check on my garlic bulbs, well, one, it was all dried out, so we're going to have to use granulated garlic. 1 cup of orange marmalade, 2 cups of orange juice, 2 teaspoons of Dijon mustard, half a teaspoon of curry. We're supposed to use 2 tablespoons of ground peanuts, but we don't have any peanuts at the moment. We do have an abundance of walnuts, so that's just what I'm going to use. 2 teaspoons of tarragon, 4 tablespoons of habanero hot sauce. This is a local brand. I'm probably not going to use as much as it calls for just because my mom has trouble processing hot things. Half a teaspoon of ground black pepper, and then we have chicken drumsticks that were given to us, so that's what we're going to be using, but you can also use this hot sauce for fish. So because the amount to grind is so little, I'm going to try and use a spice grinder instead of my usual little food processor. Hopefully it'll work. I think it turned out pretty well. There we go. A couple little chunks, as you can see. I tried to just squish them up with my fingers. I think it turned out okay though to use. So if you're using actual garlic cloves, you would start by adding some olive oil to the saucepan and cook the garlic for a couple minutes, saute it. Like I said, unfortunately, I didn't realize the bulb was all dried up, so I'm just going to skip that part and combine all the ingredients together. So start it on medium heat and add 2 teaspoons of the garlic, the ground walnuts. Can't see this too well. The 2 cups of orange juice, the cup of orange marmalade, 2 teaspoons of Dijon mustard, half a teaspoon of curry, 2 teaspoons of tarragon, half a teaspoon of black pepper. Okay, so I'm probably going to just put in 2 tablespoons of this hot sauce. I don't know. Maybe I think I'll start around actually and taste it. See how it turns out. So now we stir it over medium heat and cook it for about 10 minutes. And this is a grilling sauce, not a marinade. So you actually brush it on as you're grilling the chicken parts or the fish if you're using fish. Let's see how hot this tastes. Yeah, I think I will go ahead and add just 1 more tablespoon. Maybe half. It's still not especially hot to me. But like I said, I don't want it to be too hot for my mom. So anyway, like I said, cook this for 10 minutes until it starts to thicken over medium heat. It was starting to boil a little and I didn't want it to burn, so as you can see I moved it to the back. So it's been 10 minutes, but I don't feel like it really thickened at all. So I'm gonna cook it well until it thickens. We'll check it again, I guess, in another 10 minutes. So I cooked it for another 10 minutes. It certainly reduced. I guess maybe it's thickened a little. Anyway, now we're supposed to puree it until smooth. Pretty smooth. And I have to say it smells really good. So my mom likes to parboil the chicken before putting it on the grill. I certainly think, because it makes it a little more moist, not so dry to completely cook it, I certainly notice a difference. I think it stays more moist, but you grillers out there, let me know your thoughts on this. Anyway, add a little olive oil to the bottom to help make sure it doesn't stick, and just barely cover the chicken with water, because these are just drumsticks. We're gonna simmer it, bring it to a simmer, and then let it simmer just for about 10 minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and start on the pigeon peas and rice. I added the peas and 3 cups of water. Then we're gonna go ahead and bring it to a boil. Okay, it's boiling, so now it's time to add the rice and the other ingredients. Go ahead and add the margarine. Pepper. 3 tablespoons of lime juice. Oop. Goodness, I think that was about 1. There we go. 2. 3. Half of a teaspoon of thyme. Stir it all together. Okay. Then I'm going to cover it, put it on the back, and we cook it just until the rice is fully absorbed. Probably 10-ish minutes. 10 to 15 usually is what it takes. Oh, and on the back on low. So I want to thank my mom for starting the grill, the barbecue, and my brother for being my cameraman. But so spray down the grill with some oil. And we're going to put these down here. And you only cook them for about 5 minutes on each side. And just brush on the sauce. I'm going to guess you keep brushing it on. I'm not used to grilling, so like I said before, you grillers, let me know if I'm doing this wrong, what your thoughts are. So now it's time to try out what we made. I will start by saying that it didn't even click into my brain until after I had made the pigeon peas and rice that the recipe didn't say to pre-cook the beans. I knew better. So they are still very firm. Uh, I would suggest definitely, usually I cook beans in the slow cooker. Uh, so it'd be like 6 to 8 hours probably. On the stove top, maybe like an hour. You think they're just barely edible. But let's go ahead. Oh, I forgot to put on the hot sauce. Oh well. We'll go ahead and try it out. Oh, oh, the beans chew up easier than I thought they would. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, well, strike that back. They're fine. I don't know how to cook pigeon peas, I guess. They're a little bland. Definitely add hot sauce if you can handle it. Let's try the chicken. Mm. 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 Not bad. Taste the spice. But again, it's just a little bland, probably because I'm more used to barbecue sauce. Ooh, that spice is coming through. I hope my mom doesn't get too upset about it. I probably cooked it just a little bit longer so that skin got a little bit crispier, but the inside is definitely completely cooked, so it's not unhealthy. Um, as usual, I will put the links to the recipes in my description box. And if you try making these, please let me know what you think. And have a good day or night.